Isaac's story begins with a promise. His parents, Abraham and Sarah, were advanced in years and had long given up hope of ever having children. Yet God told Abraham that he would become the father of many nations and that Sarah would bear a son, even in her old age. Against all odds, the promise was fulfilled. Sarah gave birth to Isaac, and his very name, meaning laughter, reflected the joy and amazement of his arrival. As Isaac grew, his life became a testimony to God's covenant with Abraham. One of the most defining moments came when Abraham was asked to place his trust fully in God with Isaac's life. It was a test not only of Abraham's faith, but of the foundation of the covenant itself. God ultimately provided a substitute, sparing Isaac, and reaffirmed that his promises would endure through him. From this moment forward, Isaac's life stood as a reminder of God's faithfulness and provision. In his youth, Isaac lived under the shadow of his father's great calling, but in time, his own journey unfolded. When it was time for him to marry, Abraham sent his servant to find a wife from among his relatives. The servant prayed for guidance, and God led him directly to Rebekah. Their meeting at the well was no accident. It was a divine appointment. Rebekah's kindness, generosity, and willingness to step into an unknown future confirmed that she was God's choice. Isaac welcomed her, and their union became a cornerstone of God's unfolding plan. Life for Isaac was not without challenges. In the land where he lived, famine often threatened survival, and disputes with neighbors over wells tested his peace. Yet Isaac chose patience and humility, moving on rather than engaging in conflict, and God blessed him with abundance wherever he settled. His wells became symbols of provision, flowing even in times of scarcity. Isaac and Rebekah eventually became parents to twin sons, Jacob and Esau. Even before their birth, God revealed that the two nations would come from them and that the younger would surpass the older. Their family was not free of tension. Isaac favored Esau, while Rebekah favored Jacob. These divisions led to painful moments, including the passing on of the blessing in a way Isaac had not intended. Yet through it all, God's plan advanced and his promises stood firm. Isaac lived a long life, witnessing both triumphs and struggles in his family. He experienced the faithfulness of God firsthand, from his miraculous birth to the preservation of his household. Even in moments of weakness and uncertainty, God's covenant promises never wavered. The story of Isaac reminds us of several truths: that God's promises may take time but will always be fulfilled, that peace often requires patience and humility, and that his plans are greater than human favoritism, mistakes, or divisions. Isaac's life points us to a God who provides, who blesses, and who faithfully carries his promises forward through every generation.